I was diving in the Red Sea with my friend Jim Barry, an archaeologist. I was helping him on one of his projects. We were searching underwater for the remains of an ancient temple, which Jim felt was more than a legend. Suddenly, Jim's wife, Anne, tossed our slate overboard. The slate said, "Come up." That could mean only one thing: trouble. It was trouble. It began for me in the old Arabian port of El Harafa. The old harbor was feeling the effects of a nearby American missile base. I was at the small boat harbor getting ready to go up the coast by water taxi. Easy now. I got it.
Your passport, please. I'm Faisal Hassim, the chief of police.
It's in here someplace. Here.
I'm happy to meet you, Mr. Nelson. Commander Johnson suggested that I look you up. I am in trouble and I need your help. I know that you are on your way out to visit your friends, the archaeologist and his wife.
Yeah, that's right. Well, what can I do for you? What's your trouble, Mr. Hakim?
Late yesterday afternoon, a tank containing 10,000 gallons of a secret new explosive disappeared while en route to the guided missile base.
Disappeared? What do you mean? It was stolen?
Yes. And from my own men, I'm forced to admit. The tank has since been found, but the liquid is gone. Mr. Nelson, this explosive was worth many times its weight in gold to certain countries. And I was responsible for its safe passage.
Well, 10,000 gallons of liquid. That shouldn't be very difficult to find, especially in a country like this.
It must be found. The borders have all been closed, and we are watching every tanker in port.
Oh, well. What do you want me to do about it?
It is possible that the thieves have hidden the explosive near the coast.
Oh, I see. You figure they might be pumping it into a tanker, huh?
Exactly. Now, you and your friends will be cruising in one of the areas we have not yet covered. If you see anything at all that looks suspicious, please notify me immediately.
Okay, I'd be glad to.
We do not care if the explosive is recovered or if it is destroyed. The important thing is, certain people must not have it.
Oh?
Yes.
Well, keep my eyes open.
Be very cautious, my friend. There is something even more dangerous than the explosive. And that is the men who have stolen it. Thank you, Mr. Nelson.
Let's go, Ibn Ali.
No, I do not go.
What do you mean you don't go today? We made a bargain. I need your boat.
Take the boat. Now let's go. Now.
Ibn! Ibn! What made you change your mind? Ibn! I was thinking about Hasim's bad news as I headed up the coast to meet the Barrys. I was also puzzling over the strange behavior of Ibn Ali. What was it that had frightened him off?
Honey, it's mine.
Hey, Lloyd! Hiya, Jim.
Hiya, Mike.
Hi, big fella.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hi,
How are
Mike.
you?
Fine, thank you.
Boy, it's nice to see you guys. Looks like a wildlife really agreed to you. What a layout you got here, boy. All the comforts of home.
Everything but TV.
What do you found down below there, Professor? Any earth-shaking discoveries?
Oh, nothing really earth-shaking, Mike, but I got a couple of things to show you.
Oh?
There's more and more evidence that temple is really down there. Now, with you here, maybe we'll find it, huh?
Maybe we will.
I thought you were bringing a boatman, Mike.
Yeah.
I was. Well, last minute, he chickened out on me. He heard something that frightened him. I don't know what it was. Oh, he was really scared.
I'll bet I know. It was the Sea Serpent.
A what?
The Sea Serpent. I got it straight from the man who runs the bazaar.
That's nonsense.
He said that one was seen here yesterday afternoon, and there's not a fisherman who'll come out for any kind of money.
Look, you know what that is? It's superstition and ignorance.
I don't know now. You know that most of the really deep water in the world is undiscovered? Do you know that? Who knows what might be living down there? And what might finally decide to come up. As we moved out, I told them about the stolen explosives and the instructions that I had gotten from Hasim. We watched the shoreline, but we saw nothing suspicious. We found one of the spots on Jim's maps and began our underwater search. Anne was in the boat, acting as our safety. I was not only looking for remains on the bottom, I was also observing the marine life, some of the most interesting in the world. Anne thought she was seeing things, but when she checked with the binoculars, she got a glimpse of something which made her forget all about diving and archaeology. She wanted Jim and me on deck as fast as possible.
It's the serpent. I told you it's real.
Where are your binoculars?
Whereabouts?
Right over there.
I had never seen anything like it. Maybe we could track it down. Take a look at that. Can't make it out. What's it look like to you?
I don't know, Mike. I can't figure it out.
A small boat was being chased at high speed. And as far as I could make out, what was chasing it was some kind of a strange, huge monster of the deep. My friends and I were following what appeared to be a giant sea serpent. And this sea serpent was chasing a fishing boat.
We're gaining on them.
Break out the shark rifle, Jim.
Think you can hit it from this far away, Mike?
I don't know, but I can try.
It disappeared.
Yeah, sure did.
The boat's stopping.
Keep on going, huh, Jim? We'll walk alongside of it. That thing that was following you. You must have got a good look at it. What was it?
I don't know. It was fantastic. Had a huge head, little eyes, a big jaw full of jagged teeth.
A big monster. I never seen anything like it. We couldn't get away from it.
What are you fellas doing out here? You doing a little fishing? What were you fishing for?
Sea bass. We chartered a boat at Al Harafa.
That's right. Yesterday we caught nothing. This morning, Torsten here, he hooked into something big. Then suddenly, from nowhere, this nightmare came up and swallowed it. Then he started to chase after us.
Let's get out of here, Mike.
That's a very good idea. Who knows when it may come back?
You gonna report this to the authorities when you get in?
Oh, yes, certainly. As soon as we return to Al Harafa.
I'll see you both ashore, huh? I had sounded confident with Jim and Ann. I wasn't. I didn't tell them that I had spotted a third man in the cabin of that boat with a rifle.
Do you think they'll believe our story?
In a little while, it will not matter. You go monitor the radio to see if they make any calls. When they're out of sight, we will return.
Jim, get behind those rocks and stop, huh?
What? What's the idea, Mike?
I'm gonna go back and take a better look. Underwater.
That isn't funny, Mike.
I didn't intend it to be. They weren't being chased by anything. They were towing it. It was Irish pennant. A cut line dragging from their stern.
Towing? A sea serpent?
Oh, Ann, give me a couple of flares and some marker buoys, huh? Call Hassan, tell him what I'm doing, huh? I'll take over. Now, wait a minute. You better not. Wait till you get back on shore, huh? Those jokers are probably monitoring our radio now. If my suspicions were correct, I wasn't going to have to face a sea serpent, but I was getting into something which could be worse. Just as I had figured, I found the strange shape on the bottom. It did look like a huge snake, but it was a tube made of nylon and covered with canvas. Undoubtedly, it was loaded with the missing high explosives. No wonder my shot had made them cut it loose. I hid behind a rock in time to see two divers descending, one of them with a spear gun. They were so close that I had to hold my breath to avoid showing any bubbles. I didn't know how long I could stand it. Finally, they disappeared toward the surface with a tow rope. I was able to breathe again. I realized that they were going to tow the explosive again. My only chance to keep up with them was to hitch a ride on the tail end of the tube. My air supply wasn't going to last too long at this rate. I didn't like to think of what would happen when it became exhausted. It was a rough ride for me. My arms ached from clinging to that rubber bomb, and my lungs ached with the effort that it took to breathe. I was groggy from the beating that I was taking. The pain in my arms was agonizing. I knew that I couldn't hold on much longer. Then, just as I felt I was about to slip off, we began to lose speed. The tow line had been cut loose, and the tube began to sink. They weren't wasting any time getting out of there, and I couldn't waste any time either. My air supply was just about gone. We had stopped in a deep cove close to shore. I went down for another look. A submarine coming in to pick up the tube. If I waited for help, it would be too late to do anything. The first frogman was already leaving the sub. I had to do something, and fast. When I had lighted an underwater flare and placed it in the canvas as a fuse, I took off my tanks and raced toward the shore and the surface. I hoped desperately that I could get out of the water before the explosion.
Can you see the periscope? Look! There's someone swimming! Must have been that man that stopped us! Go back!
Go back! It's gonna explode!
The explosion had knocked me out cold. When I regained consciousness, there wasn't a trace left of anything. Then I heard a boat. It was the Barrys coming down the coast to find me. They had no idea that they were picking up a serpent killer.
Hello there. I'm Lloyd Bridges. Skin diving is fun and adventure for young and old, but it can be dangerous. So know the sport well and don't take any chances. Be with you next week for another exciting sea hunt.